Wait till I tell you what happened to me this weekend. Holy moly. Only ever happened once in my life. But it happened. And it was scary. But I got through it, and I'm here today.
Huh,
here I am. I'll tell you about it in a minute. Yes, that's. But first, let's do the news.
Bobby's Big
Stories.
A 36-year-old woman has been raising a lot of eyebrows. She claims that she suffers from insomnia that she hasn't slept in over 11 years.
I read if you don't get sleep for 2 weeks, you could die.
Right.
But also read don't eat raw meat, and you have these people that are eating big things of raw meat and living.
Yeah, I don't know.
So she works at a preschool. She's become the talk of social media after it was reported she hadn't slept in more than 11 years.
I'm trusting my kid with someone that hasn't slept.
Or
in 11
do you really trust your kid because you know she's never going to fall asleep?
Okay, true.
In a recent interview, the woman said her decade-long insomnia began with a bizarre crying episode. Tears just started flowing from her eyes for no apparent reason. She even tried to lie down and close her eyes, but she couldn't stop the water. The inexplicable crying eventually stopped, but so did her capacity to fall asleep. Try as she might, she could not, quote, log out anymore. Her eyes were tired, but her mind was fully awake. So for the last 11 years, she's done little other than lie down with her eyes closed to relax while her husband and children are sleeping.
Wow.
Her next-door neighbor confirmed her condition, saying that the woman first confided in her about the insomnia 10 years ago, and she's been speaking about it ever since. The woman says, yes, the story sounds crazy, but having lived right next to her, I have no doubt she's telling the truth.
Wow.
I would go spot check her sometimes if I was
sure.
a neighbor. I'd walk up. You wait.
Hey, you're sleeping.
Gotcha. Uh-huh. That's a crazy story. Listen to this one. And this is like the third one that are similar to this one in the past month or so. Laura, 40 years old, had to go and have life-saving surgery because she ate bad tilapia.
Tilapia, yeah.
And had to have her limbs amputated.
The fish?
Yeah, she ended up in the hospital for a while, and I think when they had to put her in a induced coma, that her limbs turned black.
She bought fish at a local market in San Jose. She made it for herself at the house. They had to put her to a medically induced coma, like Amy said. Her fingers were black, her feet were black.
Oh.
Her bottom lip was black. She had complete sepsis, and her kidneys were failing. Oh, my gosh. The problem was it was some bacteria that was found in the raw seafood and the seawater where they got it from. But this, and there was a kid that happened last week where they had to cut off his arms and legs. That's from the New York Post. That's why I just eat candy that's been prepackaged and processed.
Isn't tilapia, though, like farm raised? Like that's from like the other side of the country.
Yes, but again, she got it at a local market. So I don't. It had to come from the sea, Eddie.
Yeah, but from like Asia.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think tilapia swims like by the United States.
Yeah. I don't know, and I really don't care. I just wanted to tell you this story. You're done with tilapia?
I'm done with tilapia. Gosh, that's scary.
Now we're gonna have to go on to tilapia. Tilapia are native only to Africa.
There you go.
Well, native, but I mean they can be farmed.
And many U.S. states consider them invasive or non-indigenous. They have been introduced around the world into fresh and brackish water, sometimes deliberately, for controlling aquatic plant growth. Oh. That's exactly what you said.
Word for word.
Wow. Yeah. Game Time Ticket app revealed the average ticket people splurge for the most. May, June, July, and August. Those summer tickets. Who do you think had the most expensive ticket?
Taylor.
$1,051 a ticket, Taylor Swift.
Yep.
Whoa. Anybody want to guess next?
Beyonce?
Yeah,
no, I don't think her tour started until later.
Oh, really?
I think it was a later starting tour, but it's not on the list.
Ed Sheeran.
Drake's at $2 at $465. Usher at $400.
Oh, really?
Morgan Wallen at $315, and Suga, S-U-G-A, Suga at $309. That is from the Game Time Ticket app. Is Suga South Korea? Mike, do you know? S-U-G-A? Yeah, BTS.
Oh, it's one of the BTS guys? Suga?
Which is always weird because they're like, BTS. I'm like, behind the scenes? They're like, no, BTS. The K-pop group.
Yeah. My daughter sings SZA this weekend, and she's very excited about that. S-Z-A.
I know, but SZA's not K-pop.
Oh,
just want to throw that out there?
SZA.
We listen to SZA. We listen to SZA all the time at the house, like nonstop.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
SZA.
I just killed my man. I just killed my ex. You know that song?
Yes, Shashira plays it a lot.
Yeah. All right, the time of day that's most likely to wreck your diet is 4 p.m. on a weekday. 4 in the afternoon is the peak snacking hour. Late afternoons are when you're most vulnerable because you're kind of hungry, you got a little stress, and so you eat. They say to avoid this time and do a couple things like before at 3, have like a little healthy snack so you don't even get hungry at 4 o'clock. Even if you're not hungry at 3, have a little healthy snack at 3 so you don't get that unhealthy hunger at 4.
And get ahead of it a little bit.
That's from Appetite, a medical research journal. This next story, I saw the video.
Oh, no. Is this the Vegas one?
No, but that's crazy too. The TSA agents that were stealing from the people.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
I mean, it was blatant. Like the thing would go through at the TSA and go through a little machine, and they'd walk over. You know how you put your bag in a little cart and you put your stuff in that plastic thing?
Yeah.
And they would just like, on the end of it, you put their hands in there, unzip some stuff, grab some stuff, pass it, go to the next person.
I think, but
wild.
I was trying to think of like how I pack my luggage and like, yeah, if they were to just unzip, but they just have to hope to get lucky. I mean, they're probably searching so many.
Yes. Well, they didn't go in every bag when I was watching. They would just see vulnerable bags with zips. They could go and do that because some they would just push right through. And maybe the person was looking at them. I don't know. But when I saw it, there were 2 people that were in on it.
My thought is they see someone stick like cash or whatever in that pocket, and they're like, okay, I know something's in there. And so they wait for that person to go through the metal detector. Oh, don't worry, we'll push it through. And then, bloop, they...
Like,
Also, if wallets are vulnerable,
Yep.
like if you just put a wallet in, one of them was, I saw go into a wallet, and that's not hard. There may be $20, maybe $200 in a wallet, because all you have to do is go, open, pull, you know?
Yeah.
So, but I watched the video. On July 6th, Williams and Gonzalez and a third TSA agent, Elizabeth Fuster, were arrested for removing $600 from a passenger's wallet while they were going through security. Surveillance video caught TSA agents in Miami stealing from passengers as they went through security. And then it goes to the people again, video, and you see it. It's clear as day.
Yeah,
One person doing it? One person grabbing the actual money?
You see a guy in this video go down and grab the money, but then the other person walks by who absolutely knew what they were doing. So this had to be something they'd been doing for a while.
Yeah, and it looks like the person that does the grabbing passes it to the other guy, and the other guy walks off. So it's like that guy didn't what? I don't have anything. Like,
Dang.
Crazy. From Bloomberg, Caesars confirmed they were hacked as well.
crazy.
Dude, that casino hacking stuff in Vegas, and now other places have been hacked as well that aren't MGM, that aren't Caesars, that are just other properties. It's all over social media. You have to go to social media and search for it. The casino hacking doesn't end with MGM. Caesars confirmed that they fell victim to a hacker last month. In that instance, they paid the hackers $15 million to regain access. In the hack, the perpetrators were able to make off with the company's loyalty program database, which is driver's license numbers, social security numbers for a bunch of members, which then they'll probably just sell online on the dark web. It's from Bloomberg. I was watching a bunch of videos of this, and I was watching how they did it specifically, and they got somebody like the head of IT or one of them at MGM. They went to LinkedIn, found their name, called like the help desk as that person, said they're them, they need this. Once they got that, they basically were in.
Yeah, and the group, you want to know what they're called? Scattered Spider. And they are supposed to be in Europe and the U.S., and they are expected to be in their late teens, early 20s.
Wow.
oh, that's what I was talking to my daughter about it, and she was like, I bet it's a teenager. I bet it is.
Yeah.
She's right.
The story, though, does keep changing. This group has like 8 names. They're also known as 0392-266. And but we're supposed to go to Vegas this week, and people are waiting 6 hours to get into their hotel.
So MGM's still not back up?
Dude, I don't know.
No, it's like if you're at a slot machine, you can play slots, but even if you get 8 cents winnings, you have to sit there and wait for someone to come around to you.
I don't even care about the slots. Like the lights are going on and off at random times.
Yeah.
Right.
The elevators aren't working.
Room keys.
I just want to know where we're
keys.
going to
Yes,
sleep
no, absolutely.
and like get ready.
Get water and stuff.
Yes.
Right.
He's like, we can't gamble. I'm like, we got nowhere to stay.
Yeah, you guys are worried about the weird stuff. Like,
No, we're worried about living.
We'll figure it out.
So, yeah, that's what's up. Also, one other thing, the 16th annual ACM Honors, which they call country music industry's favorite night. It premieres tonight at 8, 7 Central on Fox. It streams tomorrow on Hulu. I'm a big Bailey Zimmerman guy. And so this is from the show. This is Signed to Sober You.
Don't think about it, mister. Don't even touch your phone. I know you think you miss her, but I promise you, you don't.
So it'll be super cool. Jordan Davis tonight, one of my buds. playing. It'll be a really cool thing. Again, tonight, 8, 7 Central, Clint Black gets the Poets Award, Tim McGraw gets the Icon Award, and a whole bunch more. But Bailey, I love that kid.
Oh, that song,
yeah.
Signs Over You. It's so good.
Yeah, so he's doing that tonight. This song, too, I don't want to die.
Religiously?
God.
So
Dude,
good.
It's awesome. Yeah. All right, Bailey Zimmerman, Bobby Bones Show. I got through it, and I'm here today, and I'm going to tell you about it next. It's only ever happened to me one time in my whole life. It happened over the weekend. I got through it, and I'm here today. I got through it, and I'm here today.
I'm trying to figure out what
I
this
know.
is.
I don't
Like-
want you to. It's called a tease. All right, back next. Hope you guys had a great weekend. I had an eventful weekend. I do want to play this from Virginia Beach.
I was just at the show in Virginia Beach, and I actually was sitting right near the girls that had to be escorted out because I had just gone out to tell security how obnoxious they were being. I'm sorry that happened at your show. We enjoyed it otherwise.
So it's the first time this has happened. So I'm on tour. It's my comedically inspirational show, and it is a weird thing to be, I call it love heckled, because people just want to talk with me. And the problem is there's another 1,500 people in the theater that don't want to hear them talk. So I'm up, and I can feel it early. There's like two women, 2/3 of the way back, my left, that I'll tell a story or a joke, and they're like, yeah, just yell something. And I tried to not acknowledge it, because once I do, then they feel like they can get in more and everybody else. So I'm just trying to push through, at least for the first part of the show. Push through. Push through. They just won't shut up. So I'm being as professional as possible. I push through. Finally, there's 2/3 of the way through. We were shooting that for a special, so Eddie came out to that show, and Eddie and I are sitting down to play a song or something, and I see security walk in the back, and then I see a woman stand up and just start throwing fists. This is in the theater.
Wait.
This is not at an amphitheater outside. This is a really nice theater, padded seats, not a cheap ticket, stage. Like, it's nice. And so they escort the two women out of the theater. Now, what we should have done, I should have just said, okay, thank you. And now let's keep moving with the show, because it's a spoken word show. It's not a show of all music where you can just get, but it didn't. I just wanted to know what happened. So I started interviewing people from the crowd that was there at the fight. And so I brought this one guy up who was sitting back there. I was like, what happened? He goes, well.
Oh, you brought them on stage?
Oh, the two that were kicked out, they left.
Okay.
They were drunk and they left.
The people you interviewed.
The people that were sitting next to them. Mm-hmm. So then I brought the guy up to get hit by the woman. She knocked his contact out of his eye. So not only that, then that dude's wife got up and started swinging back at the drunk. This is in a theater.
What?
It was, and I was just fighting through it. And then I watched them fight. And then it just was what it was. It was crazy.
Wow.
And I don't like it because, again, we were shooting it for a special. And, you know, it costs a lot of money to shoot that stuff. And we got a whole crew. And I'm just trying to get my material out there. And people are just yelling.
So at the end of the day, these women just had too much to drink.
Probably.
I didn't spend much time with them.
Like, they weren't sent in as, like, you know, to sabotage you from someone else?
No, because they were yelling nice things.
Oh.
Or they were trying to talk with me. But again, you're 27 rows back, and you're trying to talk with me. There's
But, like, give me an example of talk with you. Like, you just say something and
They would respond to whatever Bobby
they're
would say.
interacting.
I'm talking about something. I'd be like, hey, yeah, and this happened. Oh, yeah, what about this time?
Oh.
It's like, shut up. Like, I literally have a purpose here.
Yeah.
So
I have a purpose too.
oh my God.
It's like that.
Lady. And so, but then they got him to start throwing fists. It's only ever happened one other time, and that was in Massachusetts. But that person said, I'm going to shoot you. That one was wild. But that one also wasn't to me. I didn't know that at the time. It was to somebody else who wouldn't shut up. So then we had a moment, and we all got up and sang Kumbaya. But it was wild. I don't like it. I don't like when security comes in. It's just distracting. Guy got his contact ripped out of his eye. Luckily, his eye didn't get gouged out.
So have you heard anything from these women? Oh.
They didn't get arrested. They just were shown the door. Then I go over and, hey, Ray, play number 4, please. I went to D.C. the next day.
I just wanted to say thank you, Bobby, for going on tour, for sharing your message, for making us laugh. The show was amazing, and I really enjoyed it, and just really appreciate you and what you do. So thank you.
So the Virginia Beach show was good. Just that fight really rattled me. The D.C. show was amazing. I love playing Warner Theater, one of the biggest crowds that I had, a couple thousand people. It was awesome. So the problem is, because that fight was what I was talking about. The problem is before I went out, they had taken the Arkansas game and put it at night. It was supposed to be in the daytime. It's supposed to be like 3 o'clock, Arkansas and BYU. Well, now it's at night, and I got to go do a show while the game's on.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
So I'm watching the first hour of the game, and we're up 14-0. And I'm like, amazing. So I set up a TV side stage so I can come off and see it. And I'm not really focused on it, but I can come off and see it. The show ends, and we're down 7 points in the fourth quarter, and we end up losing the game. So night 1, fight. Night 2, amazing show, loss. Both nights sucked. So sad.
But you got to have a good show. Like, thankfully,
Yeah,
look at it this
Nothing
way.
in my life matters that day except Arkansas lost. That's it.
However, at least the loss didn't happen during the show, and it would affect the good show. That'd be double loss.
I wouldn't have seen it.
You had a TV side stage.
Yeah, but I made sure I couldn't see it from the stage.
Okay.
Oh gosh, can you imagine just looking?
Yeah,
off
no,
stage
I
the whole
made
time?
sure. People pay good money for tickets. So I'm not
Right.
going to be distracted. But when I would like hop off and have a drink of water or something because I have videos that run,
Right.
I would take a look at the score and we lost. It was miserable. We went home. It's the only thing that really makes me like.
So what's it been? Not even 48 hours. So we're not recovered yet. It's going to be tomorrow.
It
Isn't it
sucks.
3 days?
It
Yeah, it's 3
sucks.
days.
And not only that, we shot an episode of Too Much Access, my football show. It was supposed to come out today of Arkansas. I'm not putting it out.
Why?
You delay it because of the loss. You
We
don't want
lost.
to
I
put
don't
it
want to put
out
it
after a
out.
loss.
I'm not doing it.
Okay.
I understand that.
I don't.
No. I hate the world. So there we have it.
Well, when will you put it out?
I don't know. Maybe never.
No, that's not true.
I was when we win.
Okay.
We're about to go through a rough stretch. LSU, Alabama. It's a rough stretch. Ooh. So, but yeah, it was a good weekend on the road. Oh, you want to hear something else? I'm just gonna leave it there.
Whoa,
I gotta
what?
know that it's gross. Not right now.
Okay.
People may be eating breakfast.
Regarding like your body?
No. Something that we stumbled into in our hotel room.
Okay.
The hotel room that was supposed to be clean.
Oh, got it.
So did you know? Okay. Wait, are you just going to share this later? Because
Yeah, I'm gonna have to share it at some other time.
Okay.
Because I'm already not in a great mood about the Arkansas loss. But I want to vomit when I think about it.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to play Luke Combs, Loving on You. We'll grab some calls if you guys want to hit us up. 877-77-BOBBY. That's our number. 877-77-BOBBY. Virginia Beach, thank you. You guys were all great except for those two lushes. And DC, you guys were awesome except for the Arkansas loss. But that wasn't your fault, if I'm being honest. All right, thank you guys. Good morning. This is Shelly, who lives in Myrtle Beach, because we've been talking about these hackers that have taken over the casinos, the hotels in Vegas, and it's mayhem there. Shelly, were you there?
Yeah, I was there. And good morning, studio.
Morning.
Yeah, I was there last Monday, so a week ago today. We had just received a notice that MGM had been hacked, and when I got there Monday night, they were not able to really check me in and take my credit card. They had to write it down. A lot of my coworkers that were there, they in their rooms that had the tablets to control the shades, to control the lights, the air conditioning, everything, the tablets didn't work. They were taking the light bulbs out from over their beds, the reading lights, so that they could go to sleep. Some people were getting checked into rooms that other people were already checked into.
Oh, no.
But there are a couple of pluses that happen.
Okay.
So if you won, I won over $600 on a slot machine, and they're supposed to be able to give you a 1099. They couldn't do it because their systems were down, so don't have to pay tax on that. And they didn't carry when they did the hand pay. They didn't carry change, so they had to round everything up to the next dollar.
Oh, wow. I like that.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's not worth the trade.
Let's go.
That's not worth the trade.
Viva
Yeah,
Las Vegas.
they also I love that they're just writing down people's credit card numbers on pieces of
And
paper.
it just exists
It's
on paper
okay.
somewhere. I know.
No.
So how long were you there?
Monday to Thursday, and it was not fixed before I left.
Was it miserable the whole time?
Well, I mean, it was very inconvenient for a lot of people. You also couldn't charge back to your room, and some of the restaurants and some of the little shops could not take anything but cash.
That's tough.
That's tough. Would you go back right now if they were like, hey, let's go to Vegas?
And not have to pay tax on any of my winnings, maybe.
But you have to win, though. That's the problem. You have to win.
But there's a shot.
Okay. We're supposed to go Friday night, Saturday night, iHeartRadio Music Festival. And I hit up our bosses. I was like, are we good? And what I was told was the festival is completely, that arena is completely isolated and fine. But I was like, what about us living?
Right. Our hotel.
What about us
sleeping?
Eating, drinking water, and elevators? Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that call, Shelly, and I'm glad you're back safe and that you won some money and, you chose to do what you chose to do with it.
All right.
All right, see you later. Bye.
And think about it. With our company, how many hotel rooms do we think we need? It's hundreds and hundreds.
Yeah.
And hundreds.
Yeah.
What are we going to do?
The good thing about Vegas is you're not supposed to sleep anyway, so we're all good.
I actually,
Let's
I
go.
need to sleep.
I
Let's
actually
go.
am
I need to
looking
sleep.
forward to sleeping more while I'm there.
Let's talk to Ashley in Virginia Beach. Ashley, thank you for calling the show. What's going on?
Morning, studio.
Morning.
Hey, I was just calling because I was at the Virginia Beach show, and I just thought that you were so eloquent and able to engage the crowd the whole time, even before the fight, after the fight. I was able to meet you before, and I just really appreciate you always engaging with everyone. You were fantastic.
Did you hear them throughout the night before they got kicked out? Did you hear? And were you annoyed by them?
Yes.
Me too. And I was
think everyone was.
I was trying not to show it. I was battling through it. And when security came and then fists started, I couldn't believe it, but I also couldn't ignore it. So I had people up that were in the fight, and we talked about it. And then the crowd goes, Jerry.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Well, thank you for coming to the show. I really appreciate that. It's just a wild night in Virginia Beach, but D.C. was amazing. Virginia Beach was great. I love the people of Virginia Beach.
Oh, they're awesome.
But they do go hard. I'll be honest with you. It is a military town, so they go hard when it's time to go hard. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, like they protect us, and then they
go hard.
They go hard for them. Yes, absolutely. Okay. Boy, I got a good story here. I just don't know if I want to get into it right now. Ray, do I have enough time? Do you have 34 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. So there is this. Hey, Mike D, will you come up to the microphone? There is a Mexican singer. I believe the name is Peso Pluma.
Yeah, that's him.
He performed at the VMAs, and he's been getting death threats from the drug cartel, from
Whoa.
a drug cartel, because he was glorifying a different drug cartel.
Yeah, 2 rival cartels, and they are upset.
So,
Yeesh.
dude, it's scary. So tell me what you know about it.
So he name-checked a different cartel that is rivals with El Chapo's cartel. So they got mad about it. They threw up a banner in Tijuana where he's supposed to play a concert next month and said, if you play this concert, we're going to rip out your tongue and you're done. You're finished.
Hey, and they're not lying. They'll do that.
Wait.
Yeah, they don't make empty threats.
But will they kill him, though, if he even doesn't go to Tijuana? Meaning, does he have to worry about his life just hanging out in any Mexican or American town?
Well, even in America, he's postponed his concert date, so he hasn't played a show since the VMAs.
He's scared.
And he's probably going to, he's already moved the Tijuana show, so he's not going to do it now.
So he name checked on stage?
In a song on his album.
In a song.
Yeah.
Why?
On stage on the VMAs.
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
Who would you compare him to in country music?
He's like the Mexican Morgan Wallen. He really blew up this year.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Has some whiskey glasses.
Okay.
Wait. It doesn't say the cartel in this one, does it? 'Cause
No, different
all right.
song.
All right, good.
Yeah, from what I know, from my brief learnings of the cartel, they don't F around.
No, they don't.
Yeah, there was another case, a singer from the 90s. He was on stage, got a letter from the cartel and said, this will be your final show. If you don't stop playing now, you will not live. And then kept playing the show. Later that night, they killed him. He
Oh
was
my
found
gosh.
dead the next day.
Oh my gosh. I can't.
You want to mess around?
No, I don't, Eddie.
I don't
Saying,
even.
don't mess around.
I don't want to mess around.
I'm not a part of this story.
Why are you putting your hands in the air?
Amy, you haven't
Amy's
said
got her
anything.
hands in the
You
air.
didn't put out a
Like,
song?
'Cause
it's a news story.
I know we're not name checking anything.
Amy's done talking about cartels from here on
No,
out.
she's not. Trust me, she's fascinated with them.
I am very fascinated, but also like this is just freaking me out.
Do you know Peso Pluma?
Yeah.
Did you know
He's
him?
one, he's one of my favorite artists right now.
Really?
Really?
Does
Yeah.
he have songs also that are in English or just Spanish?
Just in Spanish.
So I was reading about him. He sings like a contemporary hip hop influenced version of like traditional songs.
Yeah.
Kind of like Morgan Wallen does when
it's
he has
kinda
like that, like, you know, 808s or
Yeah.
electronic drums into his country music.
I would compare it to like outlaw country. They're called narco corridos, which is essentially just songs about the cartel and about drug trafficking in Mexico.
That's what the whole
As a
genre
genre.
It's a genre of music, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to do that genre.
Yeah, like,
I wouldn't want to be a radio station that plays that genre. So what do you think happens with him?
I feel like he's gonna lay low for a while, and then I don't know if he'll do shows in Mexico right now, especially not in Tijuana.
If he ever comes back, do you think they'll be trying to kill him?
If he goes to that city, maybe.
It's wild.
I think career over.
I think, yeah.
I'd
I
just
think
be done with
retire.
that.
I'm gonna be a banker in Madison, Wisconsin. If I'm Peso Pluma, I'm gonna switch it up.
Oh, man.
Out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, let me take one more call here. Donald in Delaware, you are on the show. Thank you for calling us, Donald. What's up?
Morning, studio.
Morning.
So, I actually do the same thing Lunchbox does every now and again with the Amazon pallet, and it actually works.
So you go, and he hasn't done it yet. So, but he said we should all chip in and buy an Amazon pallet. And early this morning, I'm like, when are we getting it? We got to get it this week. We've all chipped in our money. We go up, we pick an Amazon pallet. We don't know what's in it. It's all returns. And then we do. Then I'm like, what do we do with it? What do you do with it, Donald?
So we put ours on like Marketplace or something like that, or some of my coworkers need. Like we sold a kid's drone. So we got a kid's drone. You get like all kinds of different stuff, and I believe you can pick through what you want. Like you get an electronic box, you get this box, a makeup box, and stuff like that.
Okay. Do you know where
So
you're
you get
going to
assortment
get
of
this stuff?
Warehouse.
No, yeah, I know that, but do you know where it is? Do you have an address?
Yeah, it has an address.
And have you paid already?
No, I don't know if you pay when you go or if you pay. I don't know.
But shouldn't you know since you headed this whole bit?
No, man, I just found it and I didn't know if you guys were going to invest. And then once you invested, I'm like, yes. So I just assume we're going to pull up, pay, and go.
Okay, well, Donald, that does give me an idea of how we'll sell the stuff then. Amazon Marketplace. No, Facebook Marketplace.
Sure.
Yeah.
Should we just? I feel like we should go electronic box.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, we're not doing makeup.
Right.
There's no money in
but-
makeup.
but-
No,
people
everybody's
buy
going to go
makeup.
for the Amazon. I mean, if it were me, I wouldn't go for what's supposedly the thing that you should go for.
Oh.
Wait, maybe what Donald have you? What is you found best?
What has you
Makeup-
found, Donald?
Makeup or like?
I found a lot. So my person that also helps out, his sister does cosmetics, so the makeup is a plus for us.
Mm-hmm.
But you really don't know what you're getting. Like when you get it, you can actually get it mailed to your house, and you can go through it.
We don't want that.
I don't do the route. I don't do the expensive ones. You get like different boxes for different money.
Yeah, we're going to pick it up in the
you
truck.
get it mailed to your house, and then you go through it, and then you can post as you want. A guy I know, he does get the pallets, but he gets like 4 or 5 pallets at a time, and he sells you get like golf clubs, Yeti coolers, stuff like that.
I need Dan. Let's buy more.
Let's
go.
go.
Okay, all right, hold on. We got to stop because we got to figure out where we're going to do this.
Okay.
Thank you, Donald, for the call. We appreciate that. Hold on a second.